Well, talking about people
He's
who
a
are ready,
monster.
is Bronny ready? Because he officially declared for the draft.
And then he is.
Ooh.
But he turned down fucking workouts with everybody except 2 teams. Like he turned down 10 workouts.
Because he had a choice. So
Ain't that,
if you got a choice, hey, would you expose yourself? Because the more people to see you, the more flaws they're going to see.
There you go.
Right? You didn't tell your girl literally the crazy things you think and do. You only told her the best things ever.
He's stock rose though as people saw him play against other people, like in summer league.
I just mentioned to you some of those talking heads said Patrick Mahone had no business being drafted before Watson. He had not only does he have bad footwork, he has no footwork at all.
Wow.
And he has what, 4 championships?
3
championships. He has the best records of all quarterbacks. He is the prototype of what you want your quarterback to be now. Those talking heads said, well, remember, they're sitting back. I said this, I was in the studio yesterday, and I was playing my artist, Veda Veli's music. And I played this song, the next song, the next song. I was getting them in, then I played one, and then I put it on FaceTime. And one guy was like, I don't like your rapping. You know, the singing part is all day. I'm not a fan of your rapping. The guy to my right said, my favorite part was her rapping. This kid was 25. That guy was 45. Well, you already don't like rap the way you should in the first place, and you're used to men rap when women weren't allowed to when you were in your 20s, or you didn't like women rapping. So you carried that all the way to your 40s and going to say it to a girl in her 20s. I said, I'm glad you got to see it, that both of these people on the sideline as they watch you. So those opinions mean nothing. They're watching the parade. As soon as you pass them, they're going to look at the next marching band and the next marching band, and they give an opinion. I don't like this parade. I don't think that guy is hitting his drum on the right beat. No, that you got to understand when these talking heads say something, they don't know. Imagine your father being LeBron. Imagine that. One of the greatest players and going to be argued as the greatest player. He's the leading scorer. He came out of high school, went into the pros, took it by storm, has been a factor for 21 years. Imagine that being your dad. The chances of you matching that is slim and none and slim left town. The only players that have ever matched and maybe gone beyond their dad is Jalen Brunson, is Junior, and is Barry Bonds, right? They got to grow up in it, and now Luka. So when your father was a great player at this point, and you got to grow into his shoes, maybe he will. We don't know. Something may click in Bronny, and he turns into Anthony Edwards.
What about the younger son? He seems more.
We got to worry about one at a time.
Athletically, you know what I mean? Like, but he's bigger.
Gilbert Arenas' kids, his son is in the top 5 players.
He's nice too.
His daughter's the number 1 player.
Oh.
And the other son going to come up is going to be as good as the oldest. Like all 4 of his kids are beasts in sports.
Boozer's got twins, right?
Yeah, Boozer twins. Matt Bonds.
Yeah, he has like, 2 twins.
Just twins.
I thought they were twins. They're not twins?
But they're not 2 twins. They're just twins.
Okay, there you go.
2 sets.
There you go. Uh-huh.
Man, speaking of LeBron, y'all see that cereal?
No.
What's cereal?
Y'all ain't see this bullshit?
Why is it bullshit?
Go ahead and read it. They let this shit go in some sort of fucking kid. Some kid made it, right? Some kid?
What, eat
in
monkeys, jump like... Oh, that's crazy.
And it's like some art show, and like the whole administration let the kid just like enter this shit. And honestly, I don't even know if it's a kid. We got to look more into it. But like, that was like in an art display, in a show.
That's
okay, so
odd.
The only thing racist about it is if an older person did it from the 40s and then put it on his grandson. Because if it's a kid, he doesn't know or feel that the correlation between the racist idea that they used to say black people look like monkeys, because we know we don't. Right? Monkeys look like monkeys, and monkeys jump. Some monkeys can go from limb to limb. You know, if he said jump like a cougar, right? Would that make the kid isn't?
How young was the kid?
It don't make it. He was.
If he said panther, maybe it would have still been.
But he's not in. He hasn't been indoctrinated maybe yet in all the racist ways.
And it wasn't really saying who the kid. I don't think they're going to expose the kid
from a deep town in Alabama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't know.
Killer show. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Maybe he does.
And if he did, it only resonates or clicks to the ones who have already been indoctrinated with that racism.
That might be true.
I'm just saying, Josh.
I was once destroyed on the internet for saying monkeys one time, but I was talking about crabs in a barrel instead of saying that. I said monkeys in a barrel because that's also a game that I grew up with. And then the internet destroyed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
but that's not what I was, saying it for.
Because if you were black, they wouldn't have said you were racist because they didn't. But you being Caucasian, those words have come out of the mouth of a Caucasian, and so to hear it come out again makes them think that this is part of the same cloth. I told you, in racism, you got to realize where it comes from, and two, you got to realize it's a sign of weakness. It just gets to the point where you feel you could criticize somebody or prejudge. So it's prejudice and racist.
So wait, these are racist or not?
How am I racist? How did I get thrown? What the fuck just happened?
These two are the most male chauvinistic, racist people I've ever been involved with. And I'm gonna tell you, AD, if you had daughters, your attitude about women 100% would change.